Sorry, guys. I got out of late today. I got up late, so I had to rush, and I forgot to grab my Maxi mug. So, yeah, I'm not feeling good because of that. But anyways, before we do anything else, don't forget to smash that like button. Okay, don't forget to subscribe, guys. We are trying to make it to 5,000 subscribers. Okay, please come on. It takes you only a second. Okay, but anyways, what's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Before we proceed, please understand that this, my friends, is not financial advice. You are more than free to do whatever you like with your money, and so am I. And that being said, let's take a sip of coffee. It's not my Maxi mug, but I gotta take a sip of coffee every time. Although you guys know, everything, definitely everything, tastes better with Kaspa. Today we're about to do the same thing we do every day. First, yeah. This is the part that usually gets me every time, right? Because when I wake up every morning, I look at the market and I see what's going on, right? But anyways, we about to look at the market performance for the past 24 hours. Right after that, we will check out prices in details. And once we are done with that, we will check on our positions. Are we buying Lambos yet? But before that, guys, oh la la, I don't know how to speak Mandarin or Chinese. If I knew, I would have said it in those languages. But it is what it is. Okay, we are almost there. It is almost there, guys. It's almost there. Because again, things are start to play out the way we've been talking about here day after day. Fear and greed index, we've gone out of extreme fear. Okay, we were seeing them. The market started to show those signs, right? So some people are still there talking about they don't know. Are we almost? Is it? How do I put this? We are in the disbelief phase. Some people are still thinking, oh yeah, it could still go down. Oh no, it's gonna go up. Oh God, what should I do? And this and that. But again, months ago, I started telling you, you are already in old season because money is not gonna trickle down. It's not gonna happen. You understand? If you check, let's just check the coins that have the most radical communities. XRP, for example. When I started telling you you was on a altcoin season already, XRP was sitting at $1.60, right? $1.60. That's where it was sitting. Where is it today? Ethereum was sitting at what? I think close to $2,000, if I'm not correct. I think 1,008, close to that. What is Ethereum today? The leader of the altcoins, according to some people. What is it today? You can even start looking at different stuff. I know somebody's going to tell me, what about meme coins? And that's the funniest thing of it. I've told you here time after time. The price of meme coins going up is uncertain because we don't know who is going to tweet about it, who is going to say good things or bad thing about a meme coin, right? But the price of meme coin going down is a hell yeah. You understand? It's a hell yeah. But yeah, it's up to you, right? If you want to put your money into those kind of things. But that is up to you. In this channel, I'm not in the business of losing money. I am in the business of making money. Because again, excuse me, let me start this thing up. It's getting hot in here. There you go. It's getting hot in here. That's why I couldn't crap. Hold on a second. But anyways, yeah. So I am not in the business of losing money. Therefore, I'm not going to tell you start getting meme coins or stuff like that. No, I'm going to tell you where I park my money. At the end of the day, I'm not your financial advice because again, your financial advisor because again, excuse me, when you think about it, I'm trying to go from zero to a multi-millionaire status. And everybody and their grandmama is still stuck on one thing. Nobody's looking at the bigger picture on the wall. Nobody's paying attention to those things, but you can see the signs like flashing on the wall. Again, they're flashing. Let's go back to memory lane. The dot-com bubble. I don't know how many of you were already like thinking, well, I was born in the 80s, so yeah, I had some kind of sense by then. Between 97 and 2000, when the internet first came out. Even if it wasn't there, you read about it, right? What happened back then? Everything everybody had a .com at the end. You understand? Had a .com. There were companies that went from zero to billions and billions of dollars worth overnight. Billions and billions dollars worth. Everybody and their grandmama was like, oh my goodness, my business is on a .com, this address .com, stuff like that. That was right before that 2000 bubble burst, right? That was way that, and that happened without even a warning. So again, those of them that made money didn't make it when everybody was and their grandmama was jumping onto that .com address or whatever you want to call it. No, those of them that had some sense, they waited when the bubble busted. On the way down, okay, everything went down, and a couple of things that survived at the bottom of that market, people bought it like it was crazy. Take for example Amazon, for example Google, things like that. People bought them, and again, that as if that wasn't a good lesson enough, 2008 happened. The financial crisis in 2008, right? Everybody and their grandmama, yeah, some people were still saying, yeah, it's gonna do this, it's gonna do that, blah blah blah. Before you know it, yep, that hot knife, that hot potato was dropped at 5,000 5,000 height in the sky, and dropped and got shared to everybody. Money was not made on that way up. No, those of them who bought the bottom of 2000, okay, .com bubble, they made their money when it was going up there. Now, once we got there, they discovered it, okay? They said, oh, it's going to happen, this and blah, blah, blah. Bam. Okay? Again, leading to the next one, 2021, right? You have to look at the pattern. It's just crazy how everything, it does not replicate, but it rhymes. Look at 2021, because after 2008, that is when they started this quantitative easing, quantitative tightening thing, and blah, blah, blah. Be me, I've been looking at it. I've been reading books. I've been looking at patterns. I've been looking at stuff. 2021. Again, we talked about it here day after day. Day after day. They printed over $4 to $5 trillion. They printed it. Well, everybody got a stimulus check, right? I was one of them. Everybody happy. Yay, we got a stimulus check. And what happened? Inflation. Inflation. If you ask me, I think they did that mistake. But they did it on purpose. It wasn't like an honest mistake. I think they did it on purpose. So, but what they were planning didn't go quite according to plan. Because again, you have it. It is an inverse relationship, okay? Economy cannot be going up when the currency value also goes up. It doesn't work like that, okay? If the currency value is going up, economy drops. Economy goes up, currency value drops. That's how it works. That's why when you learn it, like, okay, this quantitative, or they print money to pump into economy. Why? Because economy is doing bad, right? And then when they take money out of economy, is because inflation is beginning to bite their nuts. So that is one thing you see. Then you started seeing that now we are 2025, 2026 run, right? What do you hear? IPOs, ICOs. Oh, Elon Musk, Star whatever, is going to have the biggest IPO. That red flag start ringing in your head, right? You hear that Chat GPT is going to have that how many billions or trillions IPO? You see, hot potato is coming. The competitions. What is it called? Perplexity or something like that. It's also an AI. It's gonna have that big IPO, ICO. Yeah, hot potato, right? You start to notice it again. And another thing that most people miss all the time, when I tell you they are not going to print money, they have already printed money. They are looking on how to absorb that money that they printed in 2021. They are looking to how to absorb it into the economy. And what better and good opportunity it is if not buying those IPOs. Does it make any sense yet? I told you, they have many ways they are going to do this, because right now if they print more, the US dollar goes to shit. They can't do that. They can't afford to do it. 2021, they printed, it happened, right? And another thing, you're looking at what you call it? If you look at 2008, what happened? All that money they printed because of quantitative easing, quantitative tightening, what happened? Look again, 2000. What happened? They printed a lot of money, okay? Or when they had money all in the street like it was going out of style. So guess what? The billions that went into that .com, where do you think came from? And it's a pattern that when you look at it, as soon as there is more than surplus money on the streets, they usually come out with somehow something to absorb this money. But you forget something. One reason why I don't get into IPOs, okay, is because you have, once you get into an IPO, ICO, whatever you call those things, you have to lock your money up for like 6 months, right? 6 months later, then you can sell. But if you really pay attention to it, stocks that go up, okay, on the IPO, a month or two later, that price is diving, right? It is diving, but it wouldn't like nosedive that much, because they would try to hold it due to those of them, the big money that got into the IPO, they are going to try to make them make money. Like for example, I'll give you an example. If I have this, let me see, this fork IPO right now, okay? I have it, and those of them, the VCs that got into it when it was nothing, they get into it at 5 cents, for example, okay, 5 cents. The general public later gets in it, like let's just say Elon Musk, what he's doing right now. Let's consider this the SpaceX. A month later, we go from 5 cents to $10, okay? People start to sell, okay? They are going to make sure that the price, at least after 6 months, okay, it is still going to be something below $5 or maybe $4. Why? Because those of them, the IPO, the big money that locked their money in for 6 months, they bought it at 50 cents. When it comes out, when they come out, their lockup goes off, they're going to sell, mass sell, making sure that they have at least 100% or 300% profits. You understand? So if it is me, what I usually do, I wait after 7-8 months of an IPO. That's when I usually buy that stock price. That's when I buy it. Now, on our situation, look at what's going on. They start, because like I told you, they were not going to print money. A lot of money is getting pumped in, like they say, the economic evaluation or whatever bull crap they call it. Every month, they are putting $40 billion into the banking system, which again, that's another one. If you look at it, they are trying to prevent bank runs. Like, for example, now they know people could panic if they tell them that the economy is not doing good. Everybody goes to try to withdraw their money, right? So they are preventing bank run. And if you don't know what bank run is, you must be living on that rock, because back in 2023, one of the biggest banks in the United States had the same situation. So for the government, what they are doing right now, they are trying to prevent it. Okay, they are trying to prevent bank runs. So every month, $40 billion gets pumped in. And yet, people are not smart enough to understand or ask themselves, okay, where is the money coming from? They're not printing it. They had it already sitting there, right? So, going back to what I've been telling you here on this channel, okay, if you pay attention to things, Kaspa, Quant, Jasmine, Cash, right? What do you see now? What's happening to Jasmine? See, I told you. And this is just the start of it, because now, if you backtrack a little bit, stock market has rallied. For the past year, stock market went up, I think it's anything between 15 and 20%. Okay, stock market went up. Crypto hasn't gone up yet. And this morning, the news came out. Oh, MSI, I think they're still considering keeping Michael Saylor and Bitcoin on the stock exchange or whatever they're talking about. Did market run? No. Now you have to take it. That news might be that Michael Saylor and his own clones, they are trying to create that FOMO. That way their stock could go up, or the Bitcoin price could go up. As a matter of fact, the news came out, and what happened? Bitcoin dropped instead of going up. So yeah, it's up to you to decide whether you believe that news or not. Me, I don't believe it, for the simple reason on being that, first of all, something like the S&P 500, you need to maintain a certain criteria, and one of them is your price volatility. If the stock is too volatile the way Bitcoin is, I don't think they're going to keep it there, but it's up to you. Okay, so now rewinding back, us right now, like I told you, those four things, right? Kaspa is not making sense to you yet, but it's going to start making sense soon, because the first stage of Warp Core went live. And those of you that believe in XRP to the moon and you have another one coming. Okay, first one right now. Banks and institutions are testing Warp Core on Kaspa. It's happening. Okay, that's number one thing. Number two, look at where the cycle is. So Bitcoin, people like, for example, let's look at this. You guys remember just let me see, a couple of weeks or days ago, let's see, no, I want Bitcoin, excuse me, Bitcoin right here. Okay, here you go, right? A couple of days ago, this thing was sitting at extreme fear. Where do you think, look at what we're sitting, we are almost neutral, right? Almost neutral, price of Bitcoin at $91,000. And if you remember, I told you, once Bitcoin starts to hit that 100,000, you will see how people become greed. And but we've never been in a bear market when the market is in extreme fear. I told you that, right? And now you see how it is going. That's why, for me, I still think, okay, 150, 160,000 is where Bitcoin is going, and it's not going to take that long. So you have to make that move. You have to make that decision on yourself, whether you want to get in or whether you want to stay on the side. Because if you stay on the side, my friend, you will become the exit liquidity. You become the exit liquidity. It's that simple. There is no two ways about it. Look at it. Look at the price of Bitcoin. Look at the sentiments. Look at what is happening. Stock market is saying like they are going a little bit like sideways. Like, for example, again, let's look at this. Because of Trump issues, Margex, throwing stones at Venezuela, we have this, okay? Because of that, see, I told you, no matter what they try to do to the gold, if it can break that all-time high, it is going nowhere. See, a lot of you who looked at it with me on this channel, and I told you, you do have, let's go, I think it's, is it gonna be on the 4-hourly or maybe on the daily? You might see it better. You do have this, okay? It went up, there is a high, oh, come on. There is a high right there, right? Now, as we are looking at, we're having another high right here. See, we haven't been able to break this one. So this usually be the start of things, okay? Now, this is the part you go to the 1 hour and start to look for the clues, okay? Like, for example, on the 1 hour, yeah, ribbon still green, But when you zoom it out, what do you see? Look at the moving average. It has started to form this, right? It has started to form that. So right now we do have, my first choice is for it to come back down, bounce, and try to see if it can take this high. Or the second, the most probably option is that it's going to come down, retest it, and go. Because this move right here, this move you're looking at right here is as suspicious as it comes. It doesn't make any sense, the move you're looking right there, because again, you saw it, it came down, retested, it was going. They pumped it, it was going, and now this happened, this right here. So yeah, it is up to you to look. And I usually tell people, okay, the best thing to do is to zoom out. If you look at it on the weekly, what do you see? It's a parabola. This thing is going up in a straight line. See? A straight line. This price action is not sustainable. This thing is being manipulated. So it's up to you, right? If you want to look at it that way and be go like, yeah, let me go put my money in gold right now. Yep. It's a hot potato getting grilled. It's that simple. I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. So yeah, back to you. You're gonna make that money, right? You have to start looking at those entry positions. Like now today probably I can give you a quick run. If you're a day trader, I can give you that signal today, because like I told you, in every trade you do have before the trade, during the trade, and after the trade. Right now on the coins that we are trading on this channel, if you're a day trader on them, we are on that after trade. Okay, we'll talk about that in a second. But before we get to that, I'm telling you, the opportunity has presented itself, because right now, just like in 2000, when they printed money and they needed somehow to absorb it, or 2008, they printed it, they needed somehow to absorb it, or 2021 with the COVID, which they printed and there was no way to absorb it. That pile of cash is sitting there, and the only way that is going to get absorbed, because any other country will not get it. That's why you are getting SpaceX IPO, the biggest in history, Perplexity, or whatever you call that thing, the AI, IPO, ChatGPT, all that stuff. But again, people sitting there, they are not thinking themselves, why are these smart people trying to sell their stock to you? All these years, Elon Musk has been making money out of it, right? Why is he going public now? Do you ask yourself that? I know I'm always critical thinking about it, but why? Unless they know something that you and I don't know, which again, maybe you don't know. But for me, looking at the way the patterns always play out, I think that major crash is about to happen. Okay, I'm always cautious. That's why I'm always telling you guys, 6 weeks to 2 months. Let's watch and see what happens. I could be wrong. Maybe say 3 months or whatever. But once those things start to happen, we have a problem. And if you watch it, those IPOs, all of them, they take place in 6 weeks. They take place in 6 weeks. So if you cannot answer that question, why are they trying to sell their prized possessions? Why are they going public? What they're doing right now, they go public, yeah, you buy it, you become the exit liquidity, and they move out of it. They move out. Go look at the M2. There is so much liquidity on the M2 that people are looking for ways to absorb it. And yeah, as I told you guys, for me, I don't know about you, but for me, the coins I'm talking about on this channel, they'll make me a lot of money in the short term. And you guys already seen Jasmine, right? Jasmine's already doing his thing. Quant is about to do it, because hey, as we already know, quant staking is almost around here. Kaspa is about to go nuclear, because the World Core has already started his first stage 1 of testing. Before you know it, we are talking about Dark Knight going live. And those of you who don't understand this, Kaspa is not going for the big money. Kaspa is going for the micro transaction, and that's where the money is. You don't understand it? Well, it's up to you. Don't say I didn't warn you. But yeah, a lot of people are going to get left holding the hot potato on their hands, juggling it. Okay, so again, if you want to look at it, 2000, it happened with the dot-com bubble. 2008, it happened with the housing and whatever, every other thing, it happened. 2021, that was when it was supposed to happen, but the economy was shut down. So all that money, they are now going to put it into IPOs, which means the elite people, Elon Musk and the rest of them, they are going to use you as exit liquidity. Those of them who are going to rush into that IPO. Now, it comes down to what I've been telling you, the four, right? The four: Kaspa, Quant, Jasmine, and cash. It comes down to that cash, because these guys, they want to hold that cash when the market goes down. That way they can buy whatever they want to on any stock, crypto, whatever they are talking about, they can pile up on it, right? But if you're smart, hey, you can long the market. When the peak comes in, you can then short the market. I know that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to short the living Jesus out of Bitcoin when that time comes, and you guys will see it. Okay, now let's go right quick. For those of you who are day traders, let me just give it to you right quick. I'm gonna use my Phemex. I'm gonna use my Phemex. Okay, so if you go into the charts on Phemex, you will see that here, let's see, on the daily, I like the daily first. If you guys remember back here, I told you, pay attention to where this thing is moving. Okay, I'm going to use not Kaspa yet. Let me start with Jasmine. Okay, Jasmine, because that's the one that I see a big opportunity on it, because I just entered a trade on it. Okay, I just entered a trade on it. So if you saw, I told you guys, let's drop the time frame a little bit. Okay, now here we are right now on Jasmine. When we were talking about it, we were testing the bottom of the Bollinger Bands, right? You guys do remember that, right? We were testing the bottom of the Bollinger Bands here, and I told you, you have to watch it, because right now we are getting above that point of control, right? Now, if you look at it today, see, we went up there, and I told you guys yesterday, do not enter a trade yet, because you are going to try to catch a falling knife, and that's exactly what happened. Price came down, and right now we are testing the bottom of the Bollinger Bands. Now, how do you know this is a legit move? If you look at it, first of all, the Bollinger Bands are squeezing, okay? So you know it. Me, I don't know how you trade. For me, I do not use stop loss, so I will show you the position in a second. But if you look at the MACD and look at the RSI. RSI, okay, for example, here, see, it is already started to curve. It's already about to converge. MACD, the same thing, you see, almost converging. So yeah, for me, this is an entry position. I would have entered a trade if I didn't have one open. If you want to look at it on the 4-hourly, look at it on the 4-hour right quick. You see the same thing, right? I told you guys. Now, this is where it comes into you, whether it's your own decision. Me, I would enter a trade. You, I don't know what you want to do. But on the 4-hourly, if you see, we probably see Jasmine come on this control point on the Bollinger Bands and then bounce up there. Because if you look at the bands, they are curving upwards, right? So, and again, look at the RSI. See the RSI? That's it. That's one thing. Now, the reason why I tell you you should pay attention to this is because now, look at the MACD. RSI is already looking bullish, but MACD, it looks like it wants to get bearish. That's why I have a feeling that this thing might come down to retest the control point on the Bollinger Band, okay? That's one thing you're looking at it, okay? But again, look at the volume. When you look at the volume, we usually see when the volume starts to decline, like I told you guys, declining volume means something is about to happen. See the volume? See it? Volume start to decline, right? It's not, I didn't draw it right. Hey, I'm trying to use my finger here, but hey, see, when volume start to decline like that, you start to see a pattern. Something is about to go on, okay? Now, let's go to Quant, QNT. Let's look at QNT right quick. QNT right here sitting at 75 cents. Okay, now when you look at QNT on the hourly, you can also see almost the same thing. What do you see? Look at the first of all, look at the RSI, okay, and the MACD. MACD is flat on the ground. See, RSI is also squeezing. Okay, now we have this. For one thing about quants, okay, that I usually tell people is like you got to look at Bitcoin. If you see what Bitcoin is doing, you are able to say what quant is also about to do. But looking at price action here, we already touched the bottom of the Bollinger Band. So I'm expecting this thing to go and retry the control point. From there, we will see if it's going to go above to try the top of the Bollinger Band. That is also another signal that usually makes me like, okay, it's time for me to try to see if I want to take this trade or not. Okay, so it's up to you. When I trade, I don't use rocket science. We're about to look at the other side of the prices too. That's when I usually look at the ribbon and the rest of stuff, so that you guys can also make decision accordingly. Me, yeah, I would have entered a trade and I would have waited. That's me. I'm not your financial advisor, so you are free to do whatever you want to do. Okay. Anyways, now let's go look at the let's go look at crypto bubble right quick. Okay, I'm trying to rush out right here because I got up late and I got caught up. Anyways, crypto bubbles, you can see, okay, the feelings is there. People are still now not understanding what's happening, okay, because again, everybody's busy jumping bridges. Once an asset pumps like Bitcoin did, people gonna take profit, but you have to look at the time frames. Like I usually tell you, daily resets, weekly resets, okay? It's not that simple because most people don't get it. The hourly resets first, 4-hour goes, the daily goes, the weekly, and then the monthly. Now, when you look at these bubbles, what do you see? You see the weekly has reset, the monthly has reset. Now, when you're looking at the lower time frame, which is the hourly or the daily, it's just noise, nothing else but noise. Okay, but it's up to you, right? If you want to go jump the bridge just because the price is taking a breather because people are taking profits, believe me, people that put in a position at Bitcoin at 88,000 taking profit at 94,000. They said some people make money that way. There's a lot of day traders out there. Okay, now if you look at this way, first of all, King Kaspa, KAS, what do we have here? For the past hour, 0.4% up, 4.5% down on the day, 13.1% up on the week, 6.7% down on the month, and 60.7% down on the year. Sitting at the market cap of $1.30 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at $26.54 million. I told you about that volume. You see, it has started to pick up, right? Now we go look at Quant. QNT, the banker's coin, and the coin a lot of people love to hate. We do have here laying flat the last hour, 2.6% down on the day, 9.2% up on the week, 14.6% down on the month, and 35% down on the year. Sitting at the market cap of $1.1 billion and a 24 hours volume traded at $14.59 million. Look at that volume. We went from 10 to 14. It's beginning to pick up. Okay, now we go to the next one, which is going to be Cubic. See if they're throwing stones at themselves over there. Come on, what is Cubic? Cubic right here. Okay, Cubic. We have 1.3% down the last hour, 0.2% down on the, up on the day, 18% up on the week, 3.3% down on the month, and 78.4% down on the year, sitting at the market cap of $93.89 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $2.31 million. You see, that volume is also climbing from 1.5 it was, now 2.3. It is climbing. Now we look at Jasmine, the Japanese Bitcoin. What do we have going on in that camp? We have for the past hour, 0.5% down, 4.1% down on the day, 53.1% up on the month, 25.1% up on the 53.1 up on the week, 25.1% up on the month, and 78.1% down on the year, sitting at the market cap of $428.95 million and a 24 hours volume traded at $158.29 million. You see, when the volume was down, I was telling you it's going to run. Just look, when the volume goes down, that's usually be an indicator of price going somewhere. Okay, now volume is high, you're supposed to look for a breather. It's going to come down a little bit because that volume is too high, right? Anyways, now Let's go look at Jonathan Spectoro. He calls it Bitcoin, and I'll call it the orange guy. We have here 0.3% down the last hour, 1.5% down on the day, 4.1% up on the week, 0.8% up on the month, and 10.7% down on the year, sitting at a market cap of $1.82 trillion and a 24 hours volume traded at $56.34 billion. It's ranging. Okay, that's what's happening there. So looking at those numbers and looking at everything around us, I'm telling you, they are going to pump it. This is the time you are supposed to make that move. I made my move long time ago. So yeah, some positions got closed down. I reopened them, and you guys see what's happening. Okay, now let's go look at prices in details right quick. I'm gonna need my trading view for that, and we'll look here. Dixie is going up, Bitcoin is going down. That's what we want to see, an inverse correlation, right? Now we go look at charts, and we go to King Kaspa, and there you go. Kaspa, not on the weekly. I want to start on the hourly. Okay, now this is why I was telling you guys. Okay, you have to you have to look at this, and we were right on the money. Right on the money. I told you we have that price target that we have to hit first, okay, which was around 5.5 cents, and there was a lot of things going on there. Okay, I think you can see it better if I go on the 4 hourly. There you go, right on the money, right? A lot of liquidation, a lot of people jumping bridges, and I tried to tell you. So price got there. Now we are after the trade, which means right now, if you go for the 1 hour, you can see ribbon is red, and we are testing the moving average. That's what we are testing. Okay, so two possibilities here. The highest one being price bouncing on the moving average, starts to go up, and then we see the moving ribbon curve. We get above it and keep on going. So something that tells me that yeah, we are going to range in a little bit more is because when you look at the 4 hourly, look on the 4 hours right quick. You see ribbon still green, but we have not touched that moving average yet. We hit the target, which was that 5.4 cents. We hit it. Now Kaspa is doing exactly what it did before here. You see, came back, touch, and up we went. The same thing you're looking at is coming. It's gonna range back down, touch the moving average, bam, up we went. So if you look at it, I think we're probably gonna hit that 4.6 cents, and then it will climb up above that. Okay, so it's up to you. You want to look for entry positions now, or you want to wait? For me, I already have my positions open. If you go on the daily, you will see this. This is why I'm telling you we have not. It's going to just do its thing for today, and then you are going to see. But first of all, look at the ribbon. The ribbon is curving upwards and it's red. By the time this ribbon turns green, this price will be long gone. Right now we are targeting at 6 cents. There's a lot of liquidation that's going to happen. People are going to jump. A lot of people are going to jump the bridge. And don't forget, price always gets attracted to moving average. Don't forget that. Okay, we are not even halfway there yet. So yeah, things are happening. And don't forget, we also have a resistance, okay, right there, the top of this wedge. That's a resistance right there. And if you, since we zoomed it out, you know, we broke out of this previous pattern. The target on that pattern is at 7.5 cents, right? So I'm expecting this thing to find that 6 cents, like use that as a support, and then go up to that 7 cents. That's what I'm expecting that thing. I'm expecting Kaspa to do. On the weekly, you can also see the same thing. Anything under 10 cents is nothing but noise. If you want to panic because of that, that's up to you, player. It's up to you. I'm expecting 10 cents to be broken, then we'll go to 15 cents. Above that, 18, 19 cents, then all-time high. Before you know it, we will be in price discovery. Okay? Now, let's go look at Quant right quick. QNT, the banker's coin. And the coin a lot of people love to hate. What do we have here? Okay? On the 1 hourly, like we said, like I showed you guys earlier, on the 1 hourly, we are waiting for what Bitcoin is going to do. Okay, first of all, we do have here a broadening. We have here a bull flag. That's what we have. We have up and we have this flag forming. Okay, the only bad thing I don't like about it is that we broke below the moving average. We broke below it. Now let's see if price can manage to come back again above that moving average. Right now, looking at the ribbon, it looks like, yeah, it is looking to start to curve too, which, yeah, gives me a lot of confidence that, yeah, we're going to go back above that moving average. So yeah, we are looking really, really, really good on that one. If you look at it on the 4-hourly, let's see right quick. 4-hourly, yeah, that's another thing I don't like. We are curving under the moving average, but the good thing is that the moving average is laying flat. It's not coming down. So this has all the characteristics of a fake out. Okay, we're still looking at it on the big stage. It's like, it's the big flag. That's what it is. Okay, and these are bullish patterns. So whatever price action you're looking at right now, it might be manipulation due to that Bitcoin is dropping. And Bitcoin is dropping because of what? Like I said, the news of that MSI with Michael strategy, it might be fake. So yeah, let's watch and see what's happening. Okay, because if the news were good, Bitcoin price should be pumping, but it's not. So something is not right somewhere. There is something very, very wrong. Okay, anyways, now let's go right quick on the daily. Let's see what we have going on there. This is what I'm telling you, it might be a fake out because we did a perfect retest. Okay, now price is going up, and then you saw the ribbon curving upwards. It's still red, but it's curving upwards. Okay, so yeah, things are playing out. That's why for me, when I look at it, okay, anything under $125 is nothing but noise. You can panic if you want to, because I know sooner than later we'll be looking at that $151. Above that is going to be 164, and before you know it, 176, and then all-time high will be kicking in. Okay, so before you even know it, we'll be looking at price discovery. Now, I don't care about whatever Bitcoin is doing right now. Seriously, I don't, because all they're going to do, they're going to pump it, whether we like it or not. This is on the weekly for Bitcoin. You see, the first week after, this is going to be the second week after all these weeks of price going down. They are going to pump it. They don't have a choice. They have a very short window for them to pump this thing to oblivion. I'm telling you, they have a very short window. But if you want to panic, that is you. That's why for me, I'm no longer doing TA on Bitcoin, other than me trying to show my son how to scalp it if he wants to do it, because he wants to learn how to do it. Other than that, they are going to pump it. And again, those of you who were laughing, who's laughing now? Who's laughing? Everything is according to plan. They have me. I'm thinking 6 weeks to 2 months. Let's see. And that time, it's not an extended bull run. No. That compression that they've been compressing the entire crypto market, they're about to let it go, and that thing is going to pop. You will see. Anyways, let's go right quick. Let's go look at my positions. But before we do that, please, I do not condone leverage trading. If you don't know what you're doing, stay away from it, okay? I'm just rushing right now. Like I said, down below, I do have the links. Bydfi, Phemex, Margex, and Wix Exchange. Also, I have Acorns there. Follow those links, sign up, okay? And they'll give you free money. Once you get free money, there you go. Take $20 out and start practicing. If you start to trade without practicing, you're going to lose a lot of money. It's that simple. Acorn, I am using to teach my son how to trade on the stock market and on the bonds and ETFs, stuff like that, okay? If you follow that link, whether you meet the deposit requirement or not, they're still going to give you $5. It's a start, okay? Now, let's go right quick. Let's go look at my positions. Like I told you guys, I'm very, very busy right now, and I need to get this video out, but I'm busy. Let's go. First, we start with my Bydfi. You guys know there, I am trading King Kaspa, Quant, Jasmine, okay? Right now, the market is doing its thing. I'm still up $9,200 approximately. You guys already know. My position drop or go up aggressively because I trade at 50x and I don't use stop losses. If you look at my positions in particular, for Jasmine, for example, I am still up $2,800, okay? On Kaspa, I am still up $559 approximately, and for Quant, I am down $4,400. Let's watch and see what the market does. But I can see I can see them coming. I see them coming. You can pause it and then you can look at my numbers if that's what you're interested in doing. You will figure out I trade at 50x and I don't use stop losses. We go to Phemex. On Phemex, I am trading King Kaspa, Quant, and Jasmine. Okay, if you look at that, you will see that here. Okay, first of all, my overall, I'm still sitting at $5,500, right? That's why we're still sitting at in profits. But if you look at here on our, wow, you see, I told you, look at Quant, it has already started to go up. Wow. Anyways, look at that Jasmine, I am still up $2,600 approximately. On Kaspa, I am up $482 approximately, and also on Quant I am up $187 in profit. So yeah, the same thing, I trade at 50x and I do not use stop losses. Okay, last but not the least is gonna be Wix exchange. On Wix I was trading Cubic, Quant, Kaspa, right? But I just added, before I started this video, I just added a Jasmine trade because like I told you guys, we are in the after the trade where you have to look for your entry point. So I look for entry points, I enter it, and now let's see how it is doing. But anyways, right now on my Wix exchange, I am up $2,700 in total. Okay, if you look at my contracts, you see that here, this is the Jasmine trade that I entered just a couple of moments ago. I am up $53, and you guys can see I trade at 50x and I do not use stop losses. That's me. Okay, now on Quant I am up $53, almost the same thing, just like my Jasmine, the same thing, 50x, no stop loss. And if you look at my on my Cubic, okay, if you look at my Quant, I am up $105, the same thing, 50x, no stop loss. And last but not the least is my Kaspa. I am up $417 on Kaspa, trading at 50x, and I do not use stop loss neither. So yeah, you can pause it and look at my numbers if that's what you're interested in doing. Now we go look at Acorn, my son's stock account, or what you call it, whatever you want to call it. And let's see, today he is up $730. Wow. See, I told you, if a 9-year-old can do this, you can also do it. It's not that difficult. I'm just teaching him how to do it, and my hope is that by the time he's 20, he's gonna be way better than I was when I was 20 with his finances. So yeah, let's watch this. Okay, if you go to his portfolio, you guys see here, wow, $730. I'm proud of this boy. Instead of spending his allowance on candy and stuff like that, he's investing. You know, right? The apple doesn't fall back far from the tree, right? Just like his old man. Anyway, he's up today 4.41%. That is nice. On his stocks and ETFs, you guys know we chose the VOO, which is the S&P 500, is up $334. IJH, which is medium companies, we're up $43.99. IJR, small companies, we're up $21.93, and we have the IXUS, which is international companies, 174. Okay, that's nice. On the bonds, we are ISTB short-term bonds, 43.65, and AGG, which is US aggregate bonds, $101. That's nice. I'm very proud of this boy. He's really learning how to do this. But anyways, there you have it. The opportunity is presented itself to you. This IPO stuff usually be the last straw when the market is about to top. That's what you usually do. Check 2000. It happened. 2008. It happened. 2021. It happened. Now you have 2025, 2026. The IPO has come back again. They usually be the top of the market, or the market is about to hit that top. Okay. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching my videos. Please don't forget to subscribe. I'm trying to make it to 5,000 subscribers, and also don't forget to like and comment. Okay, I'm trying to know what you're thinking in there. Okay, what you have thinking in your head. Okay, if you don't have anything positive to say, drop me an emoji. Okay, that way, better if you have something positive to say. That way, when we do our questions and answers in a couple of days, yeah, we'll have something to talk about. Anyways, again, guys, don't forget to share so that other millionaire minded attitude like you and yours truly, we all can see these videos and the family can grow. Right now, as you guys can see, I know you hear the machinery out there. I'm a little bit busy, but hey, until I see you in my next one, please Take very good care of yourselves, okay? Bye bye.